why do you think they got it right with former G League player Charles Bediako?
Because it's common sense. It's almost astonishing that I'm astonished that they're on the right side of this. The guy, and he's a guy, he's not a kid. Okay, he entered the NBA draft early. He didn't withdraw prior to the deadline, foregoing his remaining eligibility. The definition of forego is to omit or decline to take or go without. I don't want, the larger issue is that the NCAA doesn't have the ability to enforce their own rules. Even when they're right, which is once in a fortnight or longer, they still don't have the ability to actually enforce their own rules because it's a kangaroo court. They don't want Bediako to play, which is correct. And the situation was different for James Nnaji at Baylor. There's a difference between the two. While he was not drafted, he did sign an NBA contract, a two-way contract. Nnaji never did. I believe he played overseas, but he's never been under an NBA contract. For once, the NCAA, again, on the correct side of a situation, don't have the power to overrule a county judge, which the courthouse is legitimately a mile away from the Tuscaloosa campus. It came out today in the court report that the judge who granted the temporary restraining order is a big-time Alabama owner. I expect the NCAA to rule him ineligible next week. In the event that does not happen, they really need to take into consideration what they're going to use for NCAA tournament seedings. I think Mark Pope, the coach for Kentucky, nailed it when he said they need to use that kind of as a weapon. If it stands, which I don't think it will, there's just no real reason that it should. I think we're just going to take college athletics further down the wrong path. I think the NCAA is starting to see that, wow, we really opened Pandora's box. We don't really have control of this runaway train right now. The most ridiculous part of all this might be that Alabama fans are acting as if their school is a pariah and they're being treated unfairly, while they complained about Chad Baker-Mazara at Auburn for years. And we'll still tell you today that James Nnaji shouldn't be eligible at Baylor. I guess they forgot that they were historically efficient in turning previously committed recruits on the football side, winning 6 national championships on the football side prior to the NIL era when they were obviously paying players. And they did all this with complete impunity, all above board, I'm sure. So, take it with a grain of salt. I guess winning solves everything. And they think they're going to win with Bediako. I think he's going to be there for a game or two. I think the NCAA actually did get it right this time.